Today is going to be a live build day, so if you like learning crazy stuff, watch and learn. You know me, I love experiments. Tiny little experiments seems to be one of my things nowadays. Now, Anthropic just dropped a brand new Claude model that is Claude Opus 4.5, and it's supposed to be the most brilliant and baddest and bestest dude on the block. And you know how they do. Every other model jumps over the next. So we're going to do a live build in Claude today, and the reason why I want to do this as a live build, so many times I'm playing around with these models when they come out, and I often say to myself, I wish I had recorded that, and I'll go back in and try to record it, and the second time it never comes out the way it did the first. So we're going to do this rough, rugged, and raw. Have no idea what's going to happen, but quick backstory. I was doing a live stream with my buddy Jimmy Hicks and Keith Pelzer the other day, and Keith said, dude, I love the way you get excited when you talk about Japan and your travels, so you should go ahead and make a brand new travel channel and just see what happens. I'm like, okay, you know me, I'll throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks, and then I'll put sauce on the wall and I'll eat that sucker off the wall. Anyway, let's jump over to Claude and let's see what we come up with. Now, I'm going to use Whisprflow for my input because your boy can't type. You know what that is. And you'll see, using Opus 4.5, and you can see it says the most compatible for complex work. Now, right here, you'll notice this blue icon is because I have extended thinking turned on. And then over here, you'll see I could turn on research and I have my other tools turned on, but I'm gonna keep research off to make this video faster. And of course, you can always come down here, hit the plus button and add some files, but we're not gonna do any of that. We're gonna just keep it raw as possible. Okay, so let me press Whisprflow and get started. I want to start a new project for 2026, and I'm going to be building a brand new YouTube channel. This channel will be focused on my travels, my travel experience, the places I go, the people I meet, but I'm also going to talk about my travel tech, some of the gear that I use, my travel clothes that I use, the various things that will give people advice when they travel, but also to share some stories, and it'll be mostly presented in a sort of vlog style manner. There will be live streams from the places that I go, so forth, so on, etc. What I want to do is set this up as a project with the step-by-step approach so that people who want to build a new project or people who are learning how to get their YouTube channels off the ground can follow along and build what they build while I build what I build, and maybe we can build something cool together. So the first thing I want to do is have you build a project plan for this new channel. Now, I haven't quite nailed the title yet. I've done a couple of searches on YouTube, and it looks like I might be able to do Doc Travel. We'll just call that a working name for now. I might have to change this based on availability of the channel name. But in the meantime, please build me out a decent project plan for this, especially something that our viewers can follow along. Bingo, covered it. I need to add one more thing. Of course, as you know, I don't like it when the AI just makes up things whole cloth. So if you have any questions that you need to ask me, feel free to ask me so we can make sure this totally aligns with my values and my purpose. All right, there we go. That is a crazy long prompt, but Claude will know exactly what to do. Now, here's something that I like to add to all prompts before I get started. After you read this prompt, improve it to make sure that it allows you to give me the best output, and therefore I can learn how to better prompt in the future. I always add that or something to that nature. I just feel it works better. So let's go ahead and hit the button and let it go. Now, again, quick backstory on this project while we let Claude do its thing. And I do have extended research on it, so it's going to take a little bit of time to think, as you can see here. But yeah, I was talking with Keith and Jimmy, and I was telling them about my coming up Japan trip. And Keith just said, there's something about the way you get excited when you talk about it, and the way that I can deliver the culture because I can speak and I've lived there long enough. It's a little bit different than people out here just swinging at the wind. So I'm like, you know what? It might be a good idea, and it is going to be a lot of work, but let's go in and see what happens. Now, so far, it's still thinking, but we can read what it said. It said, the prompt that worked well, you gave me the context, working with the title, your intent, your educational follow-along format, and explicitly asked me to clarify rather than assume. That's solid prompting. The instructions to improve the prompt itself shows good metacognitive thinking about the process. Okay, here are a few additional things that would help me or any AI. See, I like that it did that in case you're using ChatGPT. Give you a tighter first draft. What's your timeline anchor? When do you want it to launch? Is the Japan trip in December your soft launch? It knows I'm going to Japan in December. What are your success metrics? What does working look like in the 6 months? Subscriber count, revenue, brand deals, personal fulfillment. I'm mostly about personal fulfillment, as you know. Any constraints? How many times a week can you realistically dedicate it? Considering your Ecamm role and your Doc Rock channel. Come on, gangster. Look, this is making you think it through for all of you people who will get it started and then be trying to figure out if you have enough time. If you spend enough time talking to your bot will be like, hold on, pimp, what are we doing here? Okay, audience clarity. Is it the same Gen X millennial demo, or are you expanding to solo travelers, couples, tech-curious travelers? And relationship to Doc Rock, separate brand, or will there be crossover content? Oh, these are very good points. Let's go. Okay, so rather than guess, here's what I need in order to build a project that fits your life. Your launch target. Are you aiming to have some live before Osaka Kyoto trip? Is there the trip that kicks off the content? Yeah, I'm going to start ahead of game, right? What is your content structure? A brand channel or a second channel on your existing account? I'll cover that. What is your content cadence realistically for you? One vlog per chick, weekly shorts, monthly deep dives on gear. Live streaming component. We'll use Ecamm for the travel streams. Of course, that's it. Monetization, and then collaborations. Okay, let's go answer some of these questions. And the cool thing about Whisprflow, I can answer them one at a time. These are great follow-up questions. My launch target is I will definitely launch this before I go to Osaka and Kyoto because I would like to show some of the building of this channel on the build up, and it will allow me to create content while I'm on my trip and post it to that channel. There will be the channel structure will be, this will be a brand channel connected to my standard Doc Rock channel. So I'll just add that as an additional channel. My content cadence right now will probably be a couple of times a week because I'm doing a lot of content as I'm building on the way up to my trip. Of course, during my trip, I'll have content that I post every couple of days or so. And then once I come back, I can take all of that collected footage and put out, maybe like once a week until my next trip comes up. The way that my schedule looks right now, once I come back from Japan, my next Ecamm work trip will come up at the end of January or maybe even the middle of January. So I believe that since I travel for Ecamm a minimum of once a month, and I can probably squeeze 3 videos out of each trip, weekly should be fine for this process. For the live streaming component, I will absolutely use Ecamm. I wouldn't think about using anything else. As far as monetization goes, I'll build some sort of PayPal or buy me a coffee tipping structure. And then mostly I will work on affiliate for the products that I use, things that I can do through Amazon or some of the other gear that I use while I'm out there. And, I don't always worry about revenue anyway. It's mostly about sharing my knowledge with people and the revenue will come. As far as collaborations, yeah, sure. I will add some of my coworkers when we are traveling for work or some of the people in case I meet creators on my travels. I think all of the above would be appropriate for this channel. But primarily, it's to share stories, connect with other travelers who like this process, and to share my knowledge. I think the last thing that I may have forgotten was the demographic. I believe the demographic will be travelers in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be Gen X or millennial, but I feel like those are the people that will automatically find me because they can see themselves in me, and I probably will sort of attract that sort of character. As they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. That was a long-winded answer, but Claude will know what to do. Let's go ahead and give it a smack and see what it does. This is kind of fun. See, I like doing these things live, and I honestly think more people should learn to have conversations with their agentic tools, whether it be ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever. In fact, once I finish getting my Notion agent set up, I would do most of this in Notion because it would be able to write this stuff in Notion automatically. What's really cool is Claude will also be able to write this stuff, and I will, at the end of this, have it build me a project page, but then I'll work that project page into the system that I have built out for me. Okay, so perfectly. It said that's exactly what I needed. You gave me a clear picture. Now I can build something actionable. My friends, that's the key. Have your agentic agent build something actionable. If you don't, you're kind of just talking to your dang self, right? Now, let me lay out the plan here first so that you can review it, and then I can move it into Notion. Come on. Hey, does my girl know me or what? I'll move it into Notion. Whatever makes sense, right? So here is the working title. Doc Travel launch window early to mid-December before the Kansai trip. That's what you call that area. And the content kickoff will be during the Japan trip, and it understands my Japan trip dates. All right, this is cool. The foundation, this will be about making the channel and locking in that existing core identity decisions. For the channel setup, create a brand channel on your existing Google account. This is straightforward. You've done this before. The first thing your audience will see is you documenting that build. All right, good answer. Right. The name validation, confirm doc travel ability across platform. Check YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and the domain. If it's taken anywhere critical, now is the time to pivot. Travel with Doc travels, leaning into your Hawaii angle, Doc Rock roams. Oh, I like that. Yo, Chatty Chat, I like Doc Rock roams. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that. And your brand voice document, even a single one paragraph's help. What's the tone? I guess curious, authentic, practical, story-driven. Chat, come on. Claude knows me. Right? Claude knows me. Where are you going to be? Probably not luxury travel, flexing, clickbait title. You won't believe this energy. Never that. Never that. And your content pillars. Define your 3 categories that will anchor your channel based on what you describe. Trip vlogs, travel tech and gear, live from somewhere, and building this channel, the meta layer where the viewers follow along. That, my friends, is perfect. This content pillar situation is something I feel a lot of creators don't do, and you absolutely should do. So here we go, cooking with hot grease. This is golden. Trip vlogs, travel with gear and tech, live from somewhere, building this channel. Come on, son. Come on, son. Visual identity and systems. Now we're making it look real and setting up something on the back end that you can post efficiently while traveling. Profile photo, banner image, channel description, keep it simple. You can refine later. A travel themed photo of you and a clean banner and a clean name and a description that tells people exactly what they're going to get. Your thumbnail system, create 2 to 3 reusable thumbnail templates in Canva or Photoshop. Consistency helps, especially early. Think how these things will look alongside your Doc Rock thumbnails, related but distinct. Very good advice. Very good advice. Something I'm telling all you guys all the time. Start to get your thumbnails to look like you, and you can't keep changing it up too often. It's going to drive people crazy. You're never going to get to know who you are. Build your intro and outro. Optional. I'm not really an intro person for the vlog channel. I'd actually suggest skipping the formal intro and having a consistent outro, which is subscribe CTA. That's where I'm more the outro guy, right? Since you're posting from Japan, map out your mobile editing upload workflow now. Are you cutting in DaVinci on a laptop, LumaFusion on the iPad, or posting from CapCut from your phone? Test this out before jet lagged in Osaka. Come on, gangster. You know what it is. And get your affiliate joint set up, especially your Amazon links. If there's a specific travel gear brands you want to work with, beyond that already, reach out. And I actually have. I got a collaboration coming up with one of my favorite brands during this Osaka trip. So we are in there. We are cooking with hot grease. Okay, phase 3. Pre-launch, right? December 12th through 18th. Your channel goes public. You start posting, building your channel. Content doubles as education material for your audience. Get your launch channel, make it public, announce it on your socials. Make your first video. Aim for two or three videos that first week. The idea is building public models, starting a new YouTube channel, what's in my travel bag for Japan, how I set it up. Now, see, this right here is going to be on the Doc Rock channel. This right here will be on the new channel. And how I set up a brand channel in the middle, this will be on the Doc Rock channel. You see what I'm saying? Okay, get your playlist structure for each. Final prep, short work before departure, tie up loose ends, right? Do your system checks, test the upload from your phone, convert your thumbnail templates work on mobile. Make sure that you can access all your affiliate links while traveling. Do a live stream test, do a quick test on the new channel to make sure everything is configured correctly inside of Ecamm so you're up and streaming. And then leaving for Japan, a video short, even a 60-second verbal speech builds anticipation. So good, so good. 5, your active content, your published cadence, your live streams, your B-roll discipline. Boom, it's breaking it all down for you, especially the B-roll discipline. Capture more than you think, establishing shots, food, street scenes, quiet moments. You'll thank yourself later. I love that advice. Of course, the live stream, we all know what to do here, is what it is. And, 2 to 3 days, as you mentioned, quick vlogs, stories from that day, gear, tech, travel, all of the above. This is going to come in handy. And then your post-trip sustainable rhythm from January 4+. You're home, you got longer edits, you got your work trip integration, start working on that community building. And here are some open questions for you. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to these more so than ever. What's your storage strategy? Are you planning vertical content for a channel or keeping it long form? I'm going to do both. Your cross-posting. Will you cross-posting stuff that appears on Doc Rock and the channel on its own? And do you want me to create a channel trailer before you launch? Love that idea. Notion setup. Do you want me to build out this plan as a Notion project with tasks and dates? Yes. So let's get in and finish this video. This is so good, people. This is so good. If you stuck around this long, thank you for sticking with me on this. I think this is something that pretty much everybody should do, whatever their favorite agentic agent when they start any sort of project, even if that project is rearranging the kitchen, rearranging the living room, going to shop for new cars, shop for new tires, any of the above. It will really help you from skipping things that you probably don't want to skip. So let's dive in and finish this sucker up. For the short strategy, yes, I will absolutely be posting short form and long form channels. I want to make sure I put out as good information as possible. And I'm going to keep my shorts simple. Things like why I chose this charger versus that charger. And when I'm in the airport, like how do I find good places to eat in the airport? I'm going to just try to keep these tips coming, right? Cross-posting. What's really cool is YouTube frowns upon duplicate content on 2 different channels. However, I can always invite my Doc Rock channel as a collaborator now, thanks to the new collaboration features that are built in. This is also cool because when I'm doing things working with brands like Shure and Ozbot and Telesin and some of the other brands I'll be working with, I can also just add them as collaborators, which will work. What I would say for cross-posting is I will stick these shorts on YouTube as well as Instagram and TikTok. But you know me, my primary focus is YouTube because that is where the peoples are at. Then, yes, I definitely want to create a trailer before I go. So please help me do this. I have lots of Japan footage from my many trips, including my time in college there. So we can get a channel trailer kicked off before we start. And last but not least, please go ahead and create a Notion project with the task and dates so we can get this sucker checked off. Claude, you're off the chain. Bingo. All right, let it go. Let it go. Let me fix a couple of these titles real quick. TELESIN. And then let me fix this. OBSBOT. And then you always mess this up, SHURE. Boom. And let me fix this one too. TELESIN. All right. Wait, is it 2 E's? Yes. Okay. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. I love this project, fam. Again, thank you for sticking with me while I build this. I just really wanted you to see the magic as it happens. I don't hide anything. I share everything I'm doing. And the key situation here, like I've always stated, don't just let the AI write for it. Have it ask you questions. If it helps you, it starts to know you better. It understands. I mean, look, half of the stuff I don't have to say because it already knows, because we have these conversations on like a regular schmegular basis. So this is really cool. And I'm going to let it do this thing. And it's going to take a second to build out this Notion page for me. But while it's doing that, I will tell you that, yes, I absolutely could create this entire thing directly inside Notion AI, but I am super fine tuning my agent inside of Notion AI. And I still, to this day, right now, think it is very, very worth getting Notion AI. I know that, a lot of people question, hey, I already have Claude, I already have ChatGPT, is Notion AI worth it? And I 110% stand on business and say abso-freaking-lutely. And Notion Pro is like $10 and Notion AI is like 20 or 21. So you're really just adding that extra $10 in order to get it there. Okay, it says done. It's building out my page with everything already in there. Okay, now it's working out my trailer. This is so good. This is so good. You got footage. That's gold. Trailer should answer these questions. 60 seconds. Who are you? What were your viewers going to get? And why should they subscribe? Bingo. A quick montage of your best Japan moments. Temples, trains, street food. You in the frame. Genuinely excited. Not talking yet. Just visuals. Gold. Absolute gold. Introduction, you on camera with some recent Japan footage. I'm Doc. I've been traveling to Japan since 2006. I've learned a few things along the way, I've learned a few things along the way about gear that actually works, places worth finding, stories that happen when you're not paying attention or when you are paying attention. Love both of that. Showing your content pillars. On this channel, you will get travel vlogs from the road, honest gear reviews, live streams from wherever I happen to be. If you're building your own channel, I'm doing this whole thing in public so you can build along with me. Back on camera with natural energy. New videos every week. Hit the subscribe button and let's go somewhere. Your logo, your channel name, subscribe button, a taste of what's coming. Bingo. I love it. Love it. This is gold. This is absolute gold. All right, fam, there we go. We have my Japan set up in action and ready to go. I am super excited about this. And let me do one last thing real quick. I am going to take you over and take a look at what it built inside of Notion real quick so that we can see. Here is the Notion page. There's the project overview, the phase 1 foundations. And of course, these are check boxes so you can check and uncheck them as they go along. The brand voice, visual identity system, like it gave me a full project plan right here that is good to go. It even realized some of the other brands I work with and put them down here on the bottom. Now I can take these individual tasks and add them to my full Notion setup, but I didn't want to muck that up. So I have it build a separate plan and then I'll go in and adjust these when I do my review on Sunday. You know what I say? I have no idea who needed to hear this or see this, but if it was you, let me know in the comments section below. Again, one time for Claude, the new Opus model does seem to be Chez Magnifique, chef's kiss and the whole 9. Will this work in Gemini? Yes, they just got a new model. Will this work in ChatGPT? Yes, they just got a new model. But when it comes to writing and this kind of thinking, something about the way Claude does it is like it just gets me better. Again, you could try this with any of your models, but I hope this gave you an idea. If you're planning your setup for 2026, here's what you do. And if you ask it any questions and it doesn't give you exactly what you want, ask it, how could you improve the prompt? Ask it to interview you. Ask it to ask you more questions so it can make sure that you guys are on the same page and you won't get any crazy slop. And if you're interested, I will even make a tutorial on how to make sure it never types another M space so long as it shall live. I have banished the M dash from my agentic outputs because that thing get on my dang nerves. It's so simple. It's so simple. Family, if you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. We are, listen carefully, we are 12 kinfolks away from 20,000. 12. That is a dozen. So if you know anybody that needs to see this, share it with them so they can press the subscribe button, because you already did. I know you did. I trust you. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video of things you should watch, and I agree with him.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.